I would like to start today's video with two examples. One is that you know how scientists they do some experiments and they will prepare colonies like of cells maybe or rats, and they will keep both of these or how many of these in different environment or conditions. And what happens is that whatever sails through or whatever is the healthiest colony, they go with those conditions, and whatever is not healthy or which has a more lethal rate, they call it toxic or not viable or whatever. Keep this in mind. Second one is that uh, this is about awareness, right? So once there were two fish and they was just traveling through the sea, and they came across this one elderfish, and the elderfish asks, how's the water? And they both don't understand. One of them goes ahead and it asks, what the hell is water? uh, these two examples, and let's compare it to the kind of lives we are living today, where everyone is hypertensive or diabetic or chronic illness, mental illness, high lethal rates, young people getting heart attacks. And how can we be at the epitome of evolution of medical science and live in an environment which is just getting worse day by day? With all of this happening in our environment, in our surroundings, we have started to normalize it, just like the fish which are not aware of the water. So they don't even know how to access how the water is like, because that is the new normal. We have been conditioned to just accept this, that this is normal, when it is not. All of these increase in mental and physical illnesses is not normal, which is a product probably of a lifestyle, of a whatever productivity pressures that we have put on ourselves. And there are two major flaws which I feel are there. One of them is that body and mind are disconnected. Whenever today we are looking at illnesses, we are just looking at the bodily aspect or the biological aspect of things. We are not even considering how our mind or our stress is putting our biological bodies under that condition where they are developing physical illnesses or diseases or disorders. And second thing is how we look at trauma. For example, if someone is suicidal, or if someone is addicted or junkie, or uh, using these extreme modes of escapism, we call those people as mentally ill. But the need to be overproductive, being a workaholic, being a people pleaser, subtle anxiety, suffocated relationships, work environments, they are also trauma. So we are living in a society which is where there is no group of people which is traumatized, but in general, we have to see on a scale of, being a mild or a small t trauma and on the big T trauma where you are, and then work towards healing yourself. Uh, all of these themes are very relevant to today, and that is why I picked up this book called The Myth of Normal by Gabor Mate. And this is a book that explores all of these themes. So, like, my name is Ananya. I run this book club. I share whatever whatever I've read in the week with you guys. And this is the book that we are picking up for the next read, The Myth of Normal by Gabor Mate. And if this interests you, you can tag along, you can subscribe. And if you've already read the book, you can put some your favorite parts in the comments. And if not, let's discuss this together. And I think this is a very relevant book, and it will really add value to how we see our lives and what we categorize as normal, and then realizing what is normal, what is not normal, and changing what needs to be changed. Uh, this was a brief video introduction this time, and I'll see you next week. Subscribe to Atman.